Now to a historic moment in the making. It just happened within the last 30 minutes. A private company landed the first U.S. spacecraft on the moon in over 50 years.
What we can confirm, without a doubt, is our equipment is on the surface of the moon, and we are transmitting. So, congratulations, IM team. We'll see how much more we can get from that.
Some celebration there. We know that the 14-foot lander named Odysseus from the Greek epic The Odyssey touched down after some communications issues. Now, joining us now to talk more about it all is Paul Slaybach from the University of Hartford. So thank you so much for being with us tonight. First off, let's talk about communications, Paul, the challenges that happened during the landing. Can you explain what those challenges were?
Sure. I mean, you're landing on the moon, 250,000 miles away. Communications are tricky, but especially during landing, if you're not coming down exactly the way you plan, if you're tilted one way or the other a little bit, if your antennas are pointed off just a little bit, then the communication signal is going to miss the Earth by many miles. So it took a minute for them to reestablish communications, but they did, and they showed that they landed successfully, and it was transmitting data. So that was great to see.
Of course, this was a historic landing. What was the goal of this mission?
Right. So this mission is bringing a few NASA instruments down to the moon, but it's also looking forward to the Artemis missions that are going to land near the South Pole of the moon. Right. So this is near the South Pole. That's where they landed. It's a different location than where the Apollo missions landed in the late 60s, early 70s. So they're prepping for Artemis. There's going to be more of a private partnership with NASA to bring the payloads to the moon so that they're ready for when our astronauts get there. They have some supplies on the moon waiting for them. So it was great to see a first commercial entity land on the moon that wasn't a state or government sponsored mission.
And what exactly is on board the Odysseus? Why are those supplies so important?
Well, as far as I understand it, the instruments they have there are starting to look at some of the landing zones. They're looking at the soil. They were looking at how much dust they would kick up when they landed, because if they're going to land multiple missions next to each other, they want to make sure they don't blanket the rest of their missions with dust. They're looking for water in and around those craters that are permanently shadowed, right? So that water is really important if we're going to establish a long presence on the moon. So it's a preliminary mission looking for some of those first signs of things and really just testing the capabilities to make sure that they can do this.
Yeah, it can definitely give a lot of knowledge there. How will this help improve future landings?
Well, they're going to take a look at the data and see what worked, what didn't, maybe try to improve communications. But really, it was a success. From what I understood, there was an issue with one of the instruments that they had to take another lap around the moon, which is why it lasted a little bit longer than they thought it would. But honestly, it was a really big success. And I think they're just going to take a look at the data and look for ways that they can improve and make sure that there's even less suspense next time.
And this was the first U.S. mission to land on the moon ever since Apollo 17 in 1972.
Yeah.
Why did it take so long for this to happen again?
That's a really that's a good question and a really long answer that involves a lot of national politics and history. It's a really complicated thing to get back to the moon. When we refocused our space-based missions in the 80s to go into low Earth orbit with the shuttle, we took a step back from the moon, and it has taken some while to build up that infrastructure again. But now Artemis is looking to place the next humans on the moon in a couple of years, and so we're really looking forward to that.
All right, Paul Slaybach with the University of Hartford, thank you so much for being with us tonight and for providing all of that extra perspective.
Of course, I'm happy to help.
Thanks a lot.